Good morning and welcome to the sands of Puerto del Carmen, Lanzarote. Here for CFC, the greatest tournament on sand, brought to you by ULTI.TV. I'm Stefan Rapazzo alongside Amelia Durbin, and we're getting straight into this one. SANDBAGS, chucked that one a bit too far. And Kometsova gets I don't know what happened there, but it flipped out of the hand, and then Demarais leads up the line, and that's too far. No, that is in. Van der Oost in the back of the end zone. We're straight into it. Derbs 1-0. How you doing?
I'm doing great. Second game of the day for me on the mic. First game this morning, fairly gentle in regards to scoreline, but as you and I were just talking, I think this is going to be quite an exciting game. Both teams kind of filled with very talented players.
15 and 16 on the rankings right now. I think both these teams and most people would have expected to see both of them higher. So they're going to have to work their way up. There's still plenty of time, still 2 full rounds of Swiss draw remaining before the quarters are made. But you got to get into that top 8 in the next 2 rounds. One of these teams will suffer a loss here, Derb, so they'll have one game to jump, 8 spots, 9 spots at that stage.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. Swiss draw kind of seemingly making it a little bit confusing. A loss sometimes is way more punishing than it would be in a pool game.
Hinkle doesn't give it. Now Gavillet. Up line to Hinkle. And down the line. Hammer goes, and that does hit Rory Kyo back in the end zone. Puts the feet down, and Salsa Tequila Corazon with the goal.
I believe it was out.
And you are right, I do see the wrong team walking back with the disc now. That one's out the back of the end zone, and possession will go to SANDBAGS.
It was a long night.
Yes. It was a good night. SANDBAGS from their own end, blast one deep. Julia Mass, can she get there? Oh, almost,
what
but
a great
not
run.
quite. It's a beautiful day.
It's a beautiful day.
Last night was a wild evening here at CFC.
I was saying to Benji, I thought it was quite tame, but he tells me tonight's the big one.
Yeah, tonight is the big one. It did get a little more exciting when they had the black box.
Oh, I liked that. That was my favorite part of the night.
Yeah, Gavillet up the line and leads in. Will this one be for goal? Out the back again. No, this time they're in. 1-1, the score line.
Really nice goal there from
the SANDBAGS.
The SANDBAGS?
Oh, no, that's from Salsa Tequila.
Salsa Tequila.
Corazon. Sauce. I mean, salsa is salsa, but it's sauce. Tequila. Heart is corazon.
Oh, that's nice. I was wondering why a lot of them are wearing tattoos of a tequila cocktail drink, a little heart. That makes sense, and some salsa. But yeah, a fantastic goal. Still early on in this game. Teams kind of finding their feet. We watched the SANDBAGS come out on the stream yesterday against Bufa. And took quite a heavy loss.
Yeah, they got pounded. We talked to Demarais about that one after. 11-6.
He didn't seem thrilled.
No. The businessman, Barsazi, sends that pull. And Lewandowski to Moyerson. Pick called. Dan, this is a nice matchup to watch. Demare and Barsazi. And the pick call is contested. What did you think? Did you see the pick? I think I did
it's a pretty
see it.
fair pick, I'll be honest.
Yeah, I thought so too.
But Dan, back from playing in the US, maybe
Used to a little bit more contact, that Dan Demare, is that what you're saying?
Yeah. Just trying to find my words.
Vanderos to Lewandowski. Ooh, and that is a weird-looking high release, floaty.
Of course
and
it works.
Demare takes it over Barsazi. Now the chisel to Lewandowski. And Lewandowski back to Demare. All the way around. Vanderos. Yes, he did put the foot in, I think.
Goal is called. A point for SANDBAGS. I just want to shout out the player who's wearing like the Batwin t-shirt. Unsure of their name. Do you know?
That's Arnu Vanderos.
I think that is the best kit top here.
Best here, huh?
Yesterday on the stream they had a fantastic layout grab, and I wish a photographer had been sat there because it would have been an amazing photo. The bat wings spread out at the back. It would have been awesome.
That one comes right in front of us. Finn Learsh with the disc.
Starting with the Groot reversible. Haven't seen that kit before.
I don't think I have either. Finn just jacks it straight away. And too much on it. Gavile lays out, but it's too far in front. Anik to Meliga to Smezart. Big one, Meliga looking to Smezart versus Learsh, but it's going to go out of bounds.
Tries the greatest. We couldn't see him, but I just heard the sand thud vibrate through us. Turnover stands there. SANDBAGS just pushing a little bit too hard.
Swings. Learsh cuts inside, goes to McCreary. McCreary fires, and too much on it. Chance to break.
We had McCreary on the mic yesterday with Rory Kyogan, and they had some great engagement with the chat. Two budding commentators out here with ULTI.TV, but not being able to necessarily show some flair on the pitch there with a turnover from Dean.
So you're saying he was better on the mic than he is on the pitch?
In a roundabout kind of way. Hey, there's plenty of time for him to flex his muscles. Foul, I believe, being called. No call. A turnover stands.
Speaking of the chat, feel free to join in. We know we're all just getting up and getting going.
A body block by SANDBAGS there.
Nesanik leads, and she...
Oh, there it is, some flair.
Dean McCreary, he's back. He heard it. He didn't like it.
Didn't need to, but love what I see.
Gavile goes to Learsh. And Learsh to Ninaus. Ninaus goes the dump. Learsh goes all the way across, but it tried to go over the defender, took the long way there, and there was some disruption in the transmission.
It's turning into quite a long point, and I'm not surprised. We said at the beginning this is kind of two fierce teams that are probably lower down than they kind of ideally want to, and one team, will come out with this with a loss, which would be quite punishing for the rest of their tournament. So these long points, not surprising, kind of both teams trying their absolute hardest to get the win.
Smezart, after some jinky-janky play, deep to Perez. And Perez reads it beautifully. Late little leap for it. Nice play.
Yeah, really nice from Perez. They're just kind of waiting for their time to strike, kind of letting the defense choose the line and then adjusting, knowing that they had probably a better read on the disc than the defender. Perez's kind of breakout season was last year in Huntington Beach for that Spanish mixed side that did so well out there over in the States.
Indeed. Remember seeing her on the beach here last year right after that tournament and was like, oh, God, we better be good today. We're playing some champions. There's some pedigree players.
Playing for the Shark side, I believe, Perez, kind of sand-based team, but did try and break out onto the grass scene this year, playing in that European qualifying kind of algorithm structure created by the EUF. Weren't successful in qualifying for Euros this year, but a second division at Euros this year, which potentially will open up more playing opportunities for those up-and-coming clubs, so that's exciting to see.
Exciting stuff.
A brick pull. Steph, perhaps for your game, obviously Steph is here. We are all here representing Team ULTI.TV. Also
as a playing team, not just a streaming team. Where have you seen the rankings lately? Like, where is ULTI.TV in the rankings?
Of course you're at the top.
Oh, yeah, we are at the top.
Dominantly at the top.
Dominantly.
But I think perhaps for your first game this morning, you should implement a drinking punishment for any bricked pulls.
Like drink more water, you mean? Rory Keogh makes a nice play to take it away. Oh, no, that was another out the back.
Another out the back, firing too fast, too hard.
That back line is not friendly to the Irish. Van der Oost. And he felt like he had nothing and just put it, and he put it too far.
Yeah, a bit of Tennessee now. Kind of both teams kind of slinging it deep. I'd like to see them just try and kind of grind the unders a bit more. I think they can play that small ball space as much as they are probably maybe trying to, make everybody look like the superstar. Maybe they need to play a little bit more collectively.
Play the team game. Boring ultimate's actually more exciting.
It's true.
Sets up exceptionalism. Marrero with the disc. Motions with the offhand. Late stall count. Gets that one up line. Stulert. Now Keogh. Marrero. And second effort. There's some bumps and bangs.
I believe a foul is being called here between those two female matching players. But kind of after a discussion, retracted, and the turnover stands.
Patino and Marrero. Oh, that's Borno and Marrero get tangled up.
These points be kind of churning on. We've just been handed a spiky piece of metal that was found on the pitch, so thank you for that. Barsazi.
Julia Mass comes under. Oh, Rory Keogh, beautiful layout. I think he hurt himself. Winded. Big landing, and the Sandbags happy to reciprocate the sub.
Keogh coming off a gold medal at the recent World Championships for Beach Club, so quite the superstar on the sand.
Yeah, Rory Keogh, gold medal margarita mix. But do you know what I heard, Derbs?
Tell me.
Everybody's been saying that this ULTI.TV team would have destroyed margarita mix at Worlds had we been able to assemble and go. The only problem is, ULTI.TV team's a pickup team, and Margarita Mix, that's a real team that totally represents Ireland.
Yeah.
All Irish players, but ULTI.TV wouldn't have been able to do Worlds because we're a pickup team, but they totly Irish, Derbs.
Completely Irish. I believe that it's 100% Irish.
Badasazi's Irish.
They all have passports. I think,
I think Rossi and Lagala are both Irish as well.
Yeah, definitely. They're really,
Castillo,
really
Irish.
names. Yeah.
Leshnik, Irish. They're a very Irish team.
A great pull there.
And into play. Moyerson, game-winning goal for Jet Set on the beach 2 weeks ago in the Open Division. And a great interview post-game. Malaga leads too high, and it's taken away.
SANDBAGS throwing away the opportunity. They do have the lead, but not by much.
Dorta to Raba. Raba to Hinkle. Hinkle fakes one there. Then gives the offhand. Nienaus. That's a high stall count. Goes back. Hinkle's there. Hinkle with the hammer, double helix. And it does land in Stefano Pavan. Now Dorta, and he goes back to Pavano for the goal. Salsa Tequila Corazon equalize, and it's 3 apiece.
Nice to see Dan there displaying some good body control on that defensive effort. You see the replay here. Kind of taking what they're given here. A really nice goal. It's getting warm out here on the sand, Steph.
It is. The sun is. I'm not going to complain one bit about it being warm and sunny.
Oh,
yesterday was wet and sewagey. I am taking warm and sunny.
Yesterday
that was the expectation. This is what I signed up for.
Yeah, yesterday was perhaps a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to witness.
Sewage volcano. Look it up, people, if you want to see what happened yesterday. Check the ULTI.TV socials for some of the stories from yesterday.
It was
but also
utterly bizarre.
Yeah, crazy. One of the craziest things I've ever seen at a tournament. It was awful, but awesome. Van der Oost, Lewandowski, and Smezart. Van der Oost drags the toe and goes to Perez, Lewandowski, Smezart, not in, waiting for that backhand. Now it goes back into the backfield. Van der Oost leads, and Perez gets it, and she's in, yes. Couple bodies flying. It was Madero on the D, but Perez not to be denied.
Yeah, SANDBAGS doing a really good job of kind of throwing really perfectly throws to one another. Maybe in the end zone they're a little bit squeaky, but a really, really nice kind of showing of how to throw in space, how to throw your kind of player free, how to throw gainers, but also little dishy passes. It's really interesting to see these kind of elite players showing how to throw nicely. (4-3), Steph, if you were a betting man.
Ooh, who am I taking here?
Yeah.
I think top end stronger on the SANDBAGS, but I do think Salsa Tequila Corazon has just a little bit more depth. It's a tough one. I think I'm going to stew on that for a bit there, Derbs, as Barsazi looks forward. Travel called on the businessman. And back to Stewart. Around to Rabat. And all the way around to Barsazi. Oh, hand block, Dan Demare. And he gives him a nice look after that one.
That was a good hand block. The reaction speeds of a cat.
Eva Bordeaux will pick up the disc. And put it into play. Malaga leads. Oh, and Bobble on the up line. She was free.
It's unfortunate they're kind of maybe perhaps thinking about the throw before they caught it. Just kind of fell between the gap in the elbows.
Stewart. Looked, he wanted something big upfield. Then he waits and goes around to Barsazi with a floater. Barsazi just jacks it. And that's going to be eaten up by Borneau. Centered Moyerson. around. That's Malaga. Demaray to Malaga. Now Bourneau and Demaray. Malaga. Offhand, Demaray leading throw. Mass. That's pretty finish.
It's lovely. Yeah, nice and easy. You hear the call by Sandbags. Their chant is, "Who is a sandbag? I am a sandbag."
What do you rate the cheer? What are my thoughts?
Well, the cheer is low.
Yeah, I would
give
say
it like a 4 at best.
I'd probably give it like a 0.4 out of 10.
0.4.
Yeah.
Okay. Have you got any chants that you would like to share?
Any chants that I would like to share?
That you think
are good? I mean, like and subscribe. ULTI.TV, best in the world. That's a pretty good chant.
Yeah, that's nice.
I like that one. We got Rexy in the chats, all the way from Australia, mate.
Hi, Rex.
Inbounds. Getting things moving. Kometsova to Gaviles. She uses the offhand to direct traffic. And looks upfield. Gavile again. Learsh can't get free. And Gavile is still spinning around. McCreary. At the start of this tournament, I heard him warming up, and with Kometsova, he was deep, and they put him a big one. It was a bit too high, and he went up and got it, just playing catch. And he reassured Kometsova, just put it deep to me, I'll sky anyone.
Yet to see it, Dean. Yet to see it.
Arvids was happy to hear that. They're looking forward to a chance to match up. Anyways, turnover there and pick up for Lewandowski. They should have checked it to McCreary.
Always. McCreary is the only option, I hear.
Finn Learsh smacks that one away.
Getting a bit sloppy out here on the sand from both teams.
Kometsova, lefty. Kaleftova. She's a righty, and she's playing lefty. And Gavile runs up the line. And in for STC to make it 5-4.
5-4. Quite a low-scoring game. We see it again. That's a really nice acceleration of Gavile there. Kind of just able to burn her defender and just strike up the line, and there's not really anyone in the end zone anywhere near her. Quite a convincing goal. I think that both teams are kind of feeling like they're biding their time to kind of strike and push ahead in this game. Obviously, Sandbags are a break-up. You see them coming out on offense now. If they score, it will go 6-4. But this Salsa team, they're close. And I feel like one team just needs to push in energy. It's quite quiet, and then I think they can run away with it. Both teams clearly evenly matched, both on strategy, ability, throwing ability as well. Defense looks great.
Style? What do you think, style? At least white Sandbags have got some theme with a couple swaggy shirts out there.
Yeah, I'm interested to ask what the kit.
I think it was like you had to pick a white shirt for your teammate.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
That's fantastic. I am noticing that someone over there is wearing a CFC winner 2024 T-shirt.
Yeah, that's Moyerson. Champ, it says on the front. Julia Maas to Demaray. Whoopsie, nice bid there, but no piece of it. Smezart. Back to Dan Demaray. Eva Bordeaux!
Oh, good.
She's a highlight machine. She's happy to provide them. Maas. Oh, and tried to jam that one into too small of a space.
I feel like the conservation of greatness just always happens at moments like that.
Hinkle bombs one to Rabba. Couple under it, and it's taken from the other side. Dorta runs and catches the back end of it. Derbs, it's really nice being here at the Eurodisc Arena. at CFC, isn't it?
Fantastic. I love it.
Taking in a big, good moment to shout out our wonderful sponsors of CFC Eurodisc, helping bring more Ultimate to you, supporting streaming in this great sport, and also Flipware. They're helping support another sponsor of the tournament and the stream, and of Team ULTI.TV. We're wearing Flipware for this tournament. Lovely mint green tank tops.
I'm a big fan of the material of Flipware, actually. It's silky.
Silky
Quite,
smooth.
it hangs nicely. It's not like flimsy. It's got good weight to it. It's a great top.
I like it.
Lovely design.
And the color.
Love the colour. We were going to be orange, weren't we, Steph?
We were going to be orange.
Someone spoke up. Everyone also spoke up. And
yeah, one person countered my dictatorial decision making and said, hey, we don't like that decision you've made. We don't like orange. And I was like, what? It's you, not we. And then we put it to the group, and it was very clearly a we.
It was an entertaining thing to show how many people will stay silent until someone speaks up. Van der Oost
takes the under. Hat check.
Taking it seriously now.
Van der Oost, no hat. We're going to keep our eye for hatless player there. High and too far. That one gets away. Five. Bombs one deep. Marrero. Can she get there? Looks like it.
Yes.
Indeed. She was getting herself ready to lay out and realized, nope, I can just run this one down.
That was a fantastic run there. Just kind of really gritting the teeth and pushing through and then cruising onto the disc. What a way to do it. What a fantastic throw as well to sit something so perfectly weighted for a receiver like that.
Nice game here. 6-5.
It's a close one. How long is left, Steph?
There is probably about 20 minutes, just less.
Okay. So not as far as a scoring game goes, a fairly
this one
traded game.
Back and forth. This one will likely go to a cap rule, I imagine, if it's this close.
Yeah.
As close as it's been for the first 11 points, I foresee them staying within a 2-goal margin by the time that clock ticks out. But let's watch and see. Demarais dumps it back, and then they fire it to Don. He milks a meter out of it, waits for some ISO, and gets Moyerson right at the front. And they're in for a goal.
A fairly speedy goal. And we've had a couple of quite long points now, and that was one that's kind of slotted in pretty fairly straightforwardly. And good to see as well. It was getting a bit scrappy in the middle of this game, but nice to see some kind of clinical offense being put back out on the board. Be interesting to see, again, I mentioned a few minutes ago about like the energy. Both teams are quite quiet. I really do think to take the win, a team is going to need to push ahead and just start getting a little bit louder and be a little bit more energetic.
Noise, energy, any display of contagious energy is very appreciated in a morning like this one.
A little bit of passion, perhaps.
You're passionate. No, the store, it's back there. You're passionate. That's some East Coast Canadian for you there, Derbs.
Thank you.
That one lands out, and it'll be bricked. And who's got it? Marrero at the brick mark. Leads that one. Gavile picks up on the knees. Pick called upfield. Gavile's got the disc. Barsazi trying to shake. Goes to Kometsova. Koleftova. Playing lefty only. Marrero, nice fake, and gosh, he did isolate a cut on the other side with the fake, but then couldn't hit it with the hammer.
Is Kometsova a left-handed player?
No, she's a right-handed player, but she's hurt her shoulder, and her doctor said she can't play. And then she said, what if I play left-handed? And I'm like, okay, I guess so. And so that's what she's doing.
I watched her play at Bologna is back.
Yeah.
And I was very impressed.
Yeah, well, she was playing Koleftova over there, too.
That's fantastic. Love that. Shows a real skilled player to be able to adjust to something like that
Yeah.
and still be able to be so dominant.
It really does. I broke a right finger once and played lefty for a few tournaments, and I was really bad. And I appreciate it even more watching people who do it well.
To pivot.
Lewandowska around high was for Meliga, but it goes to Smezart. He goes break with the backhand. Anik back to Smezart. Another break. Meliga far sideline. She winds up, but no. Dump again. Lewandowska.
Really good defense from the salsa side.
Meliga. Nothing's been easy in this point. They've had to work for everything.
Stall out has been called though.
They got to be at a string of about 20 passes into this one already. Stall out called. Never see non-contested stall outs. Will we see it?
I'll tell you what we are seeing.
We're seeing it.
I'm seeing people drink beer.
The white rhino of calls. Retracted stall out. A retracted stall out. Retracted stall out.
Great spirit.
And it's now back in play. Nesanik takes the under. Yeah, Lewandowska wide open. Anik gets the around. Pooh popped one. The businessman wanted to get his hands on that paycheck there. He was coming. Lewandowska to Anik. And they take the deep shot. Smezart versus Barsazi and Kyo in the area. And 2-on-1's going to take that matchup every time. Kometsova, Koleftova. Fires. And Barsazi. He doesn't know how to lay out, actually, David Barsazi. Nobody's taught him how to do it yet.
Still so young.
He's never laid out before. I thought that would have been his chance. Lewandowska to pick up.
A timeout.
Timeout
Finally.
taken. We're going to take a short break here, too, and we'll be back with more action from CFC.
I worked for a Michelin star chef making gelato in Paris. I had my own restaurant in Nicaragua and a food truck in Australia. Why wouldn't you watch me? Check out my YouTube channel.
6-6. Timeout taken. Sandbags with the disc. Some of the ULTI.TV All-Stars showing up for their first game of the day. They'll be taking on Murciélagos.
ULTI.TV playing next, correct?
Not on this pitch.
Not on this pitch.
Nesanik with the disc. And a little bump on the mark. Foul called on the fake.
Foul uncontested.
No, contested. It is contested.
Oh, it is contested. So
yes.
sorry.
It's coming in on 7. On 6. And just jacked it. Lewandowski gets there. Easy line, actually. And searching for something in that corner. Hammer is the option. Taken. Beautiful take. Back of the end zone. Sandbags on the board. 7. Taking the lead here.
Yeah, fantastic throw. Love that really nice deep throw. Just sitted so perfectly for the receiver just to run onto it.
I think that's Jesse Luix. Of course, no numbers on the Sandbags roster, but process of elimination from the names I do know well. I don't think I've met that young man before, Jesse Luix. Part of the Jet Set Club, though, that did just win a Beach World Championship.
This is seemingly a bit of a world medal team. We've got quite a few players on here that have done very well at that Beach Clubs Championships. We've got, obviously, Rory and Dean.
No, Dean wasn't on Margarita.
Oh, no, he wasn't. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Dean. He's just so good.
Yeah. Hinkle with the disc. Floats one over. Stulert. He goes to Learsh and Hinkle. Hinkle floats one up. Stulert, the target, and does maintain position. Ties things up. Couple mullets on the board. Derbs 7-7.
A classic from you there. Now, what's going on with these half times? Because we didn't think there was any half times, and people have been playing half times. Is there going to be a half here?
I think there's supposed to be a mirror half. No stopping. Just do the opposite thing of what the start of the game was when somebody gets to 8.
Understood.
Which makes this a galaxy point.
My favorite. Everyone loves Galaxy Point.
Do you know where Galaxy Point came from, Derbs?
Deep space?
No.
No, I have no idea.
I'm the inventor. I coined the term Galaxy Point.
Okay, let's walk me through it.
We were at a tournament in Australia, Australian Nationals. It was Chile against Heads of State, and it got to this moment, and we were discussing that this is like a universe point, but for half, it's like universe just a little bit smaller. And then, what would that be? And then Galaxy Point, I spat it out, and then Galaxy Point was made.
I mean, I think people roll their eyes when someone says Galaxy Point, but it's an important, like taking half, whether you're 1 point up and then coming out on offense, it is really important.
Oh, yeah. It's a big point. Ravier, another champion. Lewandowski to Demarais. Demarais to Mas. Mas goes around. Down. to Moyerson, Don, and Moyerson again. Inside, fire. Javier. Low around. Nice throw. Julia Mas in the end zone. Beautiful throw, huh?
Very, very nice. SANDBAGS kind of finding their footing a little bit now. There was a few scrappy points, but now they're kind of pushing with a little bit more confidence, maybe executing better than they were at the start of this game. I can't tell you who's going to take this game away. It's a very, very close game. I keep coming back to the fact we just need a little bit more energy from someone. Obviously, it's still early. It's 10:30 here in Lanzarote, 10:34 to be exact, but it's not that early in the grand scheme of things. So it's going to be interesting to see which team can kind of up the momentum, up the pressure, and start applying it, because, you know, both teams aren't where they want to be in this Swiss draw. So they're going to want to take this win to kind of push for that top 8 and the opportunity to play against the all-important ULTI.TV team.
To get in as 8, you'd almost certainly be playing ULTI.TV, as everyone suspects they will take the number 1 spot at the end of pool play, including me.
Including you, and your ranking points suggest that is probable.
Probable. Henkel. Leads up the line. Hits Learsh in the corner. Yes, he's still got the disc. That's a goal. And that puts a couple snowmen on the board.
88. It's definitely been some good offensive points in this game. Kind of, I don't want to say easy, because it's not easy. The defense are working very, very hard, but the offense is very efficient. Kind of putting the points in nice and quickly, and the number of scores on the boards is starting to rack up. It was only 5-6, and then seemingly that took quite a long time to get there, and now to push ahead to get them 8-8 has taken less time. So teams are definitely neatened up. Be interesting to see if anyone takes a bit of a tactical change here, just to throw something a little bit different at their opposition, and kind of throw the risk out there of, if we change this, we may lose something, but could also pay dividends.
Less than 5 minutes now. 4 minutes. No timeouts able to be taken in this tail end of the game. Demare dumps back. Lewandowska. Smezart. Travel called.
The point to the sand you go here.
Lewandowska fires. Demare has a read early and takes that line. Demare goes back and forth. Down again. That one's Anik. Dump back and then the around. Anik. Ooh, the off. Maybe a bit of a hand block on that backhand. Maybe should have been a forehand.
Yeah, Gavillet just making sure. Deep strike goes up. Can they get there? Can they get there? Bid might be required, but just can't.
Gives us the final flop.
Flops at the end, just to show how tired those legs are. Maybe a bit of frustration.
I feel that.
Kind of a blown opportunity. However, you know, hucking for position on sand, not necessarily a bad thing. The disc is now very, very far away from the end zone that they are trying to score in. Defense needs to regroup here, work hard. They could get a turn on the front of their end zone.
Leading throw, Smezart. To Desmarais. Smezart again. Desmarais turns Rory around. Looks upfield, then fires and has Mas all alone. Nice throw. Lewandowska to Anik. And a bump on the mark.
Uncontested there. Good showing of spirit.
Anik. Dumps back. Desmarais leads around Smezart. Down. Goes to Anik. And Dan Desmarais, they're going backwards here, but giving themselves a chance, waiting for the right cut to get the gainer of the goal. There's a bit of a gainer. Mas puts him back in the territory. And waits for a reset. Dan's the reset. Around to Smezart.
So this is fantastic defense from this Salsa side, really pushing Sandbags. You see how tired Di Maria is, kind of walking after he's thrown those fantastic break shots. That's a grab.
Mas. Quiero más, quiero más. Means I want more.
Ah.
Derbs, just getting you up to speed.
Thank you so much for sharing.
Desmarais leads Smezart towards the sideline. Now he cuts back the other way. Lewandowski. It's a long point there. They're going to be hurting out there. Lewandowski puts the blade, and it is unable to be caught. Bounces off the hand as they lay out towards the back line.
It's a punishing turnover at this point.
How patient they were.
So tired.
Yeah, oh yeah. Having to play defense right now, Derbs. Those are the head droppers that, no, please say we don't have to play defense again.
Absolutely.
STC is Salsa Tequila Corazon. For those in the chats wondering. Tape Lape.
The game is over?
If there's a timeout, they should not be taking this timeout.
Wow.
Really, they should not be taking the timeout.
Should we tell them?
They should possibly be told.
Shall I?
We'll take a short break here and be right back.
I'm Steph Pazzo, and I must eat.
Sometimes commentator, sometimes food eater.
On my ultimate travels in 2023, I sampled culinary classics from all across Europe,
Oh, wow.
guided by some of your favorite ultimate players.
That's the Dutch hospitality for you right there.
I'll give you an insight into the secret spots that only the locals know of.
Are these the best schnitzels in Vienna?
Yes, of course.
Yes, of course.
Go find Steph Pazzo on YouTube. Like and subscribe and follow the European Ultimate Must Eat series.
Great words from our sponsors. We come back in and they have taken the timeout despite the tournament rules.
These elite players, they don't follow the rules. They follow their own set. They make the rules. A safety timeout. I don't know what that means.
8-8, Barsazi with the disc on his own goal line. I mean, Gavile, they should have to make this universe point for extending the game like that.
I agree.
Rory to Rabba. Back to Rory. That's Q. Gavile to Q. Leads to Gavile. And Kaleftova. Oh, Barsazi. That was pretty saucy.
scooped it off the ground.
Barsazi and
Ooh.
got the hand caught in the cookie jar there. Lewandowski to Van der Oost. Desmarais in for goal. Julia Mas. And they get the Mas Importante goal.
But it's not game.
Time is over. It is a game to 10 now.
The star line being called out. The trusted 5. After that illegal timeout. No punishments here. No game advisors or anyone really paying that much attention to the rules.
I just gave him a personal little spray during the ad breaks. Make sure you stay tuned. More action. Jogo Bonito taking on Fresh Lobsters next.
No.
It's a game to 10.
Game to 10. They confirm a game to 10.
Yeah, but you guys...
Naughty, naughty. I'm just drinking my beer. Delicious. We're yapping. 5 minutes left.
So I don't know why they're not playing. But if it's over, I actually don't mind if it's over. Like I agree with that because of the late timeout, and then it was after 45 minutes when they started playing again. But they make their own rules out there. Salsa Tequila Corazon taking the line, refusing to lose.
We could be going on for a while here.
I got a game to play.
I've got a game to watch.
Learsh to Hinkle. McCreary leads to Hinkle. Hinkle goes to McCreary. McCreary fires, and for the goal, no, the miss. And a chance to break to win. The shot goes a little too far. Sandbags can put this one away.
Do we know which team it was that called the timeout? Was it Sandbags or was it Salsa Tequila?
It was Salsa Tequila Corazon.
So they may have shot themselves in the foot there.
Mm.
They may have shot themselves in the foot.
The underneath comes to Luke. Inside Desmarais. Bourneau shoots to Moyerson, and just like he did to win the World Championship, he does it here. Game-winning goal. Sandbags get the job done. Not quite universe point. They stretch it to 2, but they get the win. Thank you so much for joining us here on the beach for CFC at the Eurodisc Arena. For Amelia Durbin, I've been Stefan Rapazzo. Thanks for joining us. We'll catch you next time.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks.
Merci beaucoup.
Yeah, ultimate.
ULTI.TV.